During the Industrial Revolution, Africa was just watching. So, what about the AI revolution? The question is, the history never forgot. The Industrial Revolution changed the world forever, but not for everyone. Europe built machines, America built factories, and Asia soon industrialized.
And the frontiersmen of industry found new, faster, better ways of supplying these things. Machines replaced hands. New machines replaced old machines. New inventions, the electric light, automobile, telephone, started as luxuries. Then, as they were made better and cheaper, became commonplace. Modern agriculture and building machinery released men to man the new production machinery. America became the industrial empire of the world, a vast factory working day and night to meet a seemingly endless demand. Production was the problem. It went up, 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 faster, faster, faster.
And Africa? Africa watched. Its resources powered other nations' growth, while its people remained on the margins of progress. 2 centuries later, another revolution is here, one powered not by coal or steam, but by data and code. The question now is, will Africa watch again? Or is this the moment the continent finally steps onto the front line of innovation? In this video, you will understand why Africa missed the Industrial Revolution, see the striking parallels with the AI revolution today, and learn what specific steps are being taken or need to be taken to ensure Africa doesn't just watch again, but actively leads this time.
Continent, you have the worry that Africa is not fully integrated into this AI tsunami revolution.
In the 18th and 19th centuries, the Industrial Revolution was fueled by global trade, and much of that trade began in Africa. Gold, copper, ivory, rubber, palm oil, resources that fed European factories while Africa remained largely unindustrialized. Colonial systems ensured that innovation happened abroad, while extraction happened here. By the time Africa gained independence, the world had already moved into the age of automation and electronics. So today, as the world enters the AI era, history forces us to ask, is Africa better positioned? Or are the same structural imbalances still in place? The new Industrial Revolution has 2 engines, America and China. In the United States, artificial intelligence has become a $1 trillion race led by Silicon Valley giants like Google, OpenAI, and NVIDIA. In China, the government has declared AI a national priority.
In AI, Chinese AI firms now issue more patents than any other country, and the rise of DeepSeek shows it's capable of challenging the dominant US giants with products too.
Smart cities, surveillance systems, and massive data training centers are transforming its economy. Beijing calls it the brain of modernization. Washington calls it the new space race. But between these 2 powers lies a silent continent, Africa, where the stakes may be even higher. Because whoever owns the data of 1.4 billion people shapes the future of the world's fastest-growing population. At the ISC Africa Conference in Kigali, a powerful message echoed through the halls. President Paul Kagame declared,
"The bottom line is that Africa needs its own data scientists, engineers, and cybersecurity experts. Actually, Africa has them. In Rwanda, we have established several centers of excellence to equip our young people with the skills to perform these jobs."
Africa's future on matters of peace and security cannot be outsourced. On the same stage, Chinese scholar Victor Zhikai Gao, vice president of the Center for China and Globalization, delivered a subtle but sharp warning. He said Africa must avoid choosing sides in the great power rivalry and instead invest in its own intellectual and technological capacity. Infrastructure, artificial intelligence, digital sovereignty.
But don't be diverted. Don't be confused by some other country coming to you, say, no, let's put a premium on certain other things, or values, etc. And I do not want to build a bridge or a highway or a railway or a power station in your country But if those countries which build these infrastructure projects in your country, they are not really meant good for you. No, that's not the truth. Decide with yourself. Use your own judgment as to which countries are really helping you to beef up infrastructure connectivity, your manufacturing capabilities, and in the African context in itself.
In short, Africa must not become a battleground for others' technology. It must be an architect of its own. This statement didn't just resonate, it unsettled Western analysts who have long underestimated Africa's digital potential. From drone deliveries to e-governance systems, Rwanda is showing what small nations can do when strategy meets vision.
Let me start off with this, Zain, and I made this point yesterday. Let's assume that AI is a cake we're baking. There's all these ingredients that we need to have in place. And I think when you look at, let's pick 5 top ones. There's data, there's skills, and I'll come back to the question you're asking me about. There's the compute infrastructure, there's the regulatory environment. Now, when you look at all of this, and the use cases, obviously, when you look at all of this, we have some, I may say, advantages for ourselves as a continent, and skills is one of them because of the youthful population that we have who will be more open to using AI, but also building AI solutions. And so, of course, the things that fundamentally we're all struggling with and require the coming together on the infrastructure side and regulatory side. But when I think about skills, for me, it's more like a low-hanging fruit for us. So what is Rwanda doing? We've had the privilege of having partners like Carnegie Mellon University that has been in Rwanda for more than 10 years now. And they've been delivering master's level degree programs. And today they have an engineering in AI program they're doing. You have the Africa Institute for Mathematical Sciences that is doing both PhD level and master's level programs in AI, machine learning, and natural language processing. But at the end of the day, those are also not enough. Right now, about 5 years ago, we created the Coding Academy. We're bringing in very brilliant 13-year-olds into a 3-year program. And it's amazing to see
It's amazing the 13-year-olds are like
but
killing
this is where you need to test them when they're still excited and they're willing to explore.
But the question remains, can the rest of Africa follow? And fast enough? Across the continent, signs of an awakening are visible. Nigeria leads in fintech. Kenya is a global hub for digital payments. Rwanda is pushing drones, smart cities, and AI-driven disaster management. The African Union has even begun drafting a continental AI strategy, focusing on ethics, data protection, and local innovation. But here's the challenge. While Africa's youth are full of talent, most AI tools, from ChatGPT to Google Gemini, are designed, hosted, and owned abroad. So, is Africa participating in this revolution, or simply consuming it? Data is the new oil, but Africa's data is often stored on foreign servers. Global corporations collect African data to train global algorithms, yet the benefits rarely return home. Without local cloud infrastructure, data laws, and digital independence, Africa risks repeating the same story. Owning the raw materials but not the value. This is why digital sovereignty isn't just a technical issue, it's a question of freedom. The good news, the revolution is still young. AI is not a finished race. It's a race for ideas, datasets, and leadership. Africa's advantage? Youth, creativity, untapped data. The challenge? Infrastructure, investment, and political will. China built its AI power through a national strategy.
In 1978, China was a poor, largely agrarian country emerging from years of turmoil. Its GDP per capita was among the lowest in the world. Its cities were underdeveloped, its infrastructure fragile, and foreign investors had little interest. Yet within a single generation, China transformed itself into the world's manufacturing hub and the second largest economy.
The philosophical point I want to emphasize is that if China can do this in 46 years, Rwanda and Africa can do it in the coming 4 decades or so. Have faith in yourself. China is a success story which can be repeated by the great people here in Rwanda and the great people here in...
The US did it through private innovation and open data. What model will Africa choose? Perhaps it will need a hybrid. Public policy guided by purpose, private innovation driven by youth. During the Industrial Revolution, Africa watched and waited. In the digital revolution, Africa participated, but cautiously. Now, in the AI revolution, waiting is no longer an option, because this time, the tools of progress are invisible, and the cost of missing them will be even greater. The world's next great leap is not about machines. It's about minds. And the question history is asking Africa today is simple. Will you code your future, or will someone else code it for you? What do you think? Can Africa lead its own AI destiny? Drop your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for our next investigation, and stay tuned as we uncover how global tech shifts are reshaping Africa's tomorrow.